Imagine, if you will, a time before time, a place before place. There was no light, no darkness, no sound, no silence. There was only an immeasurable void, a formless expanse where nothing existed, not even space itself. This was the primordial chaos, a realm of pure potentiality, untouched and unshaped. No stars illuminated the blackness, no planets spun in silent orbits. The very fabric of reality, as we understand it, was absent. This was the canvas upon which the grand drama of creation would unfold, a blank slate awaiting the touch of the divine. It was from this nothingness, this absolute void, that the universe and all its wonders would be born. Into this silent abyss, a voice echoed, powerful and commanding. It was a voice that carried the weight of creation, a voice that would change the very fabric of reality. "Let there be light," it declared, with an authority that could not be denied. And with those words, the universe shuddered awake. It was as if the cosmos had been holding its breath, waiting for this very moment to spring into existence. Light, brilliant and pure, erupted into the void, piercing the darkness and pushing back the nothingness. This light was not just a mere illumination. It was a force, a presence that demanded to be acknowledged. The universe, once a blank canvas, was instantly ablaze with the brilliance of this newfound energy. It was a spectacle of cosmic proportions, a dazzling display of power and beauty. This wasn't merely the light we know, the gentle warmth of the sun or the soft glow of stars. It was something far more profound, more elemental. This was the primal light of creation, the energy that would underpin the very fabric of the universe. It was the foundation upon which all things would be built, the cornerstone of existence itself. With the arrival of light, time itself began its relentless march, marking the first moments of existence. The cosmic clock started ticking and the universe began to evolve. The universe, bathed in this radiant glow, was poised for the extraordinary transformations to come. It was a beginning, a dawn that promised endless possibilities and infinite wonders. The newly born light illuminated a chaotic scene, a swirling mass of energy and matter, a cosmic dance of creation and destruction. It was a sight both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a testament to the raw power of the universe in its infancy. But within this chaos, a sense of order began to emerge. Patterns started to form, and the once wild energy began to organize itself, hinting at the structure that was to come. It was as if the universe was finding its rhythm, a symphony of creation playing out on a grand scale. The voice boomed again, its words echoing with creative power, resonating through the fabric of space and time. It was a command that could not be ignored, a directive that set the stage for the next phase of creation. Let there be a dome in the midst of the waters to separate water from water, and so it was. The waters obeyed, parting to create a vast expanse, a dome that would become the sky. The heavens, a vast expanse above, were separated from the waters below, establishing the foundations of the cosmos as we know it. This separation was crucial, creating the space needed for life to eventually flourish. The heavens stretched out, a magnificent tapestry of darkness punctuated by the brilliance of the first light. Stars began to dot the sky, each one a beacon of hope and a promise of the wonders yet to come. Below, the waters churned, a mirror reflecting the majesty above. The surface of the water shimmered with the light of the heavens, creating a breathtaking display of unity between the sky and the sea. The universe, once a formless void, was taking shape, its destiny guided by an unseen hand. This hand, full of purpose and intent, was crafting a masterpiece, a universe that would one day teem with life and beauty. The waters, gathered together in a swirling mass, were given their own domain. They moved with a purpose, as if guided by an unseen hand, creating a symphony of motion and energy. "Let the waters under the dome be gathered together into one place," the voice commanded, "and let the dry land appear." The command echoed through the void, a decree that would shape the very foundation of the planet. As if responding to an unseen conductor, the waters obeyed. They shifted and flowed, carving out paths and channels, creating rivers and streams that would one day nourish life. They surged and receded, revealing the face of the earth for the first time. The land emerged, raw and untamed, a blank canvas waiting to be painted with the colors of life. Continents, vast and ancient, rose from the depths, their jagged peaks reaching towards the heavens. These towering giants would become the backbone of the world, supporting the diverse ecosystems that would flourish upon them. The waters that remained pooled in the Great Depressions, forming oceans, seas, and lakes. These bodies of water would become the cradles of life, nurturing the first organisms that would evolve into the myriad forms we see today. The Earth, no longer a submerged sphere, became a world of contrasts, a tapestry of land and water, each distinct yet interconnected. The interplay between these elements would drive the cycles of life, weather, and geology. The stage was set for life, the raw materials of existence now sculpted into a world of breathtaking beauty and potential. Mountains, valleys, rivers, and seas all came together to create a harmonious environment, ready to support the wonders of life that were yet to come. With the land and waters defined, a new wave of creation swept across the young earth. Let the earth sprout vegetation, the voice commanded, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind upon the earth. And so the barren landscape was transformed. Green shoots erupted from the earth, their delicate leaves unfurling towards the life-giving light. Vast forests carpeted the land, their towering trees reaching for the sky. Fields of wildflowers painted the meadows with vibrant hues, their sweet fragrance carried on the breeze. The earth, once stark and silent, was now a symphony of color, texture, and scent. The voice, now a familiar presence in the newly formed world, spoke again. Let the waters bring forth swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the dome of the heavens. And so the waters teemed with life. Schools of shimmering fish darted through coral reefs, their scales catching the light like scattered jewels. Strange and wonderful creatures, unlike anything we can imagine today, populated the depths. Above, the skies filled with the sound of beating wings. Birds of every size and color soared through the air, their calls echoing across the newly formed landscape. From the smallest insect to the largest whale, life had taken hold, filling the earth with movement and sound. The creation of life culminated in a final awe-inspiring act. Let the earth bring forth living creatures of every kind, the voice proclaimed, cattle and creeping things and wild animals of the earth of every kind. And so it was. The land, once silent, now echoed with the sounds of life. Herds of mighty beasts roamed the plains, their hooves drumming against the earth. Tiny creatures scurried through the undergrowth, while insects hummed amongst the flowers. From the towering giraffe to the humble ant, each creature found its place in the intricate web of life. The earth, now teeming with creatures great and small, was a testament to the boundless creativity of its maker. Then, in the final and most profound act of creation, the voice spoke once more, its tone imbued with a new tenderness. Let us make humankind in our image after our likeness, it declared. And so, from the dust of the earth, humanity was formed. We were created in the image of the divine, endowed with intelligence, creativity, and a capacity for love that set us apart from all other creatures. Unlike the animals, we were not merely to inhabit the earth, but to care for it, to cultivate it, and to appreciate its beauty. We were to be stewards of this magnificent creation, living in harmony with nature and with each other. The culmination of creation was Eden, a paradise specifically designed for humanity. Here, in a garden of breathtaking beauty, humanity coexisted in perfect harmony with nature. Crystal-clear rivers flowed through lush meadows, their banks adorned with fruit trees laden with sweet offerings. The air was fragrant with the scent of 1,000 flowers, and the gentle breeze carried the sound of birdsong. In this idyllic setting, there was no need for toil or strife. Food was abundant, and the animals lived peacefully alongside humanity. It was a world of perfect balance, a testament to the beauty and wonder of creation. As the final act of creation drew to a close, the voice echoed one last time, its tone filled with satisfaction. And God saw everything that he had made, it proclaimed, and indeed it was very good. These words, imbued with a sense of profound joy and satisfaction, serve as a powerful reminder of the sacredness of creation. The world in all its beauty and diversity was not merely a product of chance, but a deliberate act of love. From the smallest insect to the vast expanse of the cosmos, every element of creation reflected the glory of its creator, and at the heart of it all stood humanity, entrusted with the care of this precious and irreplaceable gift.
In the beginning, there was dust. From this humble origin, God molded the first human. With meticulous care, he formed a figure from the earth's soil. God then leaned in, breathing life into the lifeless form. This act of divine intimacy brought forth Adam, the first man. As Adam opened his eyes, he saw the world for the first time. He breathed in the fresh air, feeling the warmth of the divine presence. God's creation was complete, a living being made in his image. Adam's creation marked the beginning of humanity. The dust of the ground, once ordinary, was now filled with divine purpose. The Garden of Eden was a masterpiece of divine design. Lush greenery stretched as far as the eye could see. Trees of every kind bore fruit, their branches heavy with abundance. The scent of blooming flowers filled the air, creating an atmosphere of serenity. Rivers flowed gently through the landscape, their waters clear and pure. Birds sang sweet melodies from the treetops. The beauty of Eden was a reflection of God's love for his creation. Animals roamed freely in this paradise. Lions lay peacefully with lambs, and every creature lived without fear. The abundance of Eden was a gift from God, a testament to his generosity. In this paradise, Adam could live in peace and harmony, surrounded by the beauty of God's creation. 4 rivers flowed through the Garden of Eden, each bringing life to the land. The Pishon, the Gihon, the Tigris, and the Euphrates were their names. These rivers were not mere bodies of water, they were sources of sustenance and nourishment. Their waters nurtured the garden, enabling it to flourish. Each river had its own course, yet they all contributed to the garden's vitality. The rivers of Eden were lifelines, ensuring the garden's perpetual bloom. The sound of flowing water was a constant in Eden. The rivers were teeming with life. Fish swam in their depths, and the banks were lined with reeds and flowers. Adam often walked along the riverbanks, marveling at their beauty. The rivers symbolized the sustenance that God provided for all his creation. The Garden of Eden was alive with diverse flora and fauna. Every plant and animal was a testament to God's creativity. The trees were tall and majestic, their leaves creating a canopy of green. Flowers of every color dotted the landscape, their petals glistening with morning dew. Animals of all kinds lived in Eden. From the smallest insects to the largest beasts, every creature had a place. Birds of paradise flitted among the branches, their feathers shimmering in the sunlight. Deer grazed peacefully in the meadows while butterflies danced in the air. Adam lived in harmony with the animals, naming each one. The lion and the lamb lay side by side, a symbol of the peace that pervaded Eden. The garden was a living testament to God's love for his creation. As Adam lived in Eden, he experienced the beauty and abundance of the garden. Yet, despite the paradise around him, something was missing. God saw that it was not good for man to be alone. Adam needed a companion, someone with whom he could share his life. The animals, while beautiful and diverse, could not fill this void. Adam needed someone who was his equal, a partner who could share his experiences and emotions. God, in his wisdom, decided to create a companion for Adam. The decision to create a companion was an act of divine love. It showed God's deep understanding of human needs. Companionship was a gift that would bring joy and fulfillment to Adam's life. This divine observation set the stage for a new creation. God caused Adam to fall into a deep, tranquil sleep, enveloping him in a serene slumber amidst the beauty of nature. As Adam slept peacefully, God gently took one of his ribs, carefully closing up the flesh to leave no trace of the divine act. From this single rib, God began a wondrous transformation, fashioning a new being with divine precision and care. God meticulously shaped the rib into a woman, imbuing her with life, spirit, and a sense of purpose, crafting her with divine love. This new creation was Eve, the first woman, emerging from divine light into the serene setting of the garden. Eve's creation was a moment of divine warmth and brilliance, a testament to God's boundless creativity and love. She was made from Adam's rib, symbolizing their deep intrinsic connection and the unity of human companionship. God then breathed life into her, just as he had done with Adam, filling her with the breath of life and divine essence. Eve opened her eyes to the breathtaking beauty of Eden, feeling the divine breath of life within her, awakening to a new world. She was a living testament to God's love, creativity, and the divine plan for humanity, surrounded by the splendor of nature. Eve was created to be a companion for Adam, to walk beside him in the garden, sharing in the beauty and responsibilities of Eden. Together they embodied the completeness of God's creation, living in harmony with each other and with nature. The creation of Eve marked the beginning of human companionship, a divine pairing that would shape the future of humanity. Eve's role in Eden was to be a partner for Adam. She was created to share in his experiences and to provide companionship. Her presence brought balance to Adam's life. Together, they explored the garden, marveling at its beauty. They shared in the abundance of Eden, enjoying the fruits and the tranquility of their surroundings. Eve's partnership with Adam was characterized by harmony and equality. They complemented each other, each bringing unique qualities to their relationship. Eve's insight and wisdom were valuable, and Adam appreciated her companionship. Their relationship was a reflection of God's design for human connection. In Eden, Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony. They worked together, caring for the garden and its inhabitants. Their unity was a testament to the strength of their bond. In the Garden of Eden, harmony reigned supreme. It was a place where every element of nature coexisted in perfect balance. Adam and Eve lived in a state of perfect unity and peace. Their lives were intertwined with the very essence of Eden, creating a symphony of love and tranquility. Their relationship was free from conflict and strife. They communicated with a deep understanding, their hearts beating as one. They understood and valued each other, working together to maintain the beauty and tranquility of their surroundings. Every action they took was a testament to their shared vision and mutual respect. The peace of Eden was a reflection of their harmonious relationship. The garden mirrored their inner serenity, blossoming under their care. The unity between Adam and Eve extended to their interaction with the garden. They nurtured the plants with love, ensuring that every leaf and petal thrived. They tended to the plants and cared for the animals. Their gentle touch and kind hearts created an environment where all creatures felt safe and cherished. Their presence brought a sense of calm to every corner of Eden. The garden was a sanctuary of peace, a direct result of their loving stewardship. The garden flourished under their care, a testament to their cooperative spirit. Every flower that bloomed and every tree that bore fruit was a symbol of their dedication and unity. Adam and Eve's relationship was a model of divine love. Their bond was a sacred connection, blessed by the very essence of Eden. Their bond was built on mutual respect and understanding. They saw each other as equals, partners in every sense of the word. The peace in their relationship was a source of strength, enabling them to face any challenges together. Their unity was unbreakable, a beacon of hope and love in the heart of Eden. Adam and Eve lived in harmony with nature. Their interaction with the garden was one of respect and care. They understood the importance of nurturing the plants and caring for the animals. In Eden, every action was in sync with the natural world. The plants in the garden thrived under Adam and Eve's care. They tended to the trees, ensuring they bore fruit. They watered the flowers, marveling at their beauty. Their actions were guided by a deep respect for nature. The animals in Eden were also a part of this harmonious relationship. Adam and Eve cared for every creature, recognizing their importance. Living in sync with nature was a source of joy for Adam and Eve. This interaction was a testament to the divine design. The Garden of Eden was a place of unparalleled beauty and tranquility. It was a sanctuary where every element was in perfect balance, a true masterpiece of divine creation. It was a paradise where harmony reigned supreme, a place where the natural world existed in perfect unity. The rivers flowed gently and the animals roamed freely, each contributing to the serene atmosphere. Adam and Eve lived in perfect unity, enjoying the abundance and peace of their surroundings. They walked hand in hand through the lush gardens, their hearts filled with joy and contentment. Their relationship was a reflection of God's love and intention for humanity. They were the epitome of divine love, living in harmony with each other and with nature. The beauty of Eden was a testament to God's creativity. The vibrant colors of the flowers, the gentle rustling of the leaves, and the warm sunlight all spoke of His magnificent artistry. Every element of the garden was a reflection of His divine craftsmanship. The intricate details of each flower, the meticulous arrangement of the plants, all showcased His boundless creativity. The plants, animals, and rivers were in perfect harmony. The garden was a living, breathing testament to the beauty of coexistence and mutual respect. This harmony extended to Adam and Eve, who lived in sync with nature. They interacted with the animals and plants with a sense of reverence and gratitude. Eden was more than just a place. It was a state of being. It represented an ideal, a perfect balance between humanity and the natural world. The tranquility of Eden was a source of strength and joy for Adam and Eve. It was a place where they could find peace and solace, a sanctuary from the outside world. The story of the creation of man and woman is a testament to God's love and care. It is a reminder of the beauty and harmony that can exist when we live in accordance with His divine plan. In the Garden of Eden, they found the beauty of divine tranquility. It was a place where love, peace, and harmony were not just ideals, but a living reality.
In the beginning, there was Eden, a place of unparalleled beauty and serenity where every leaf, every petal, and every blade of grass seemed to sing in harmony with the universe. A paradise crafted by the divine hand, where the soil was rich and fertile and the air was filled with the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers. Every corner of this garden was a testament to the Creator's love and care, a garden where life flourished in perfect harmony. Rivers flowed with crystal clear water, and animals grazed peacefully, unafraid of any harm. The vegetation was lush and the flowers were vibrant, painting the landscape with a myriad of colors, and at its heart stood the tree of knowledge, bearing fruit both tempting and forbidden. Its fruits glowed with an otherworldly light, a beacon of curiosity and desire. Adam and Eve, the first humans, walked naked and unashamed. They were the epitome of innocence, their hearts unburdened by the weight of knowledge or sin. They lived in blissful ignorance, their days filled with the simple joys of tending to the garden. They planted seeds, watered the plants, and watched as life blossomed around them. Their laughter echoed through the trees, a testament to their innocence and joy. They found delight in the smallest of things, from the rustling of leaves to the songs of birds. They were the caretakers, the beloved children of a benevolent Creator. Life was pure, love was unburdened, the world was new. They embraced their roles with love and dedication, nurturing the garden as it nurtured them. And yet within this perfection, a seed of temptation lay dormant. Hidden beneath the surface, it waited for the right moment to sprout. The serpent, a creature of cunning beauty, slithered through the undergrowth, its eyes gleaming with an ancient wisdom. It moved with a grace that belied its intentions, blending seamlessly with the garden's beauty. It watched the humans, its forked tongue tasting the air, sensing their vulnerability. It was patient, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The serpent saw an opportunity to plant a seed of doubt, a whisper of discontent, in the hearts of the innocent. It coiled around the tree of knowledge, its presence almost imperceptible yet profoundly influential. The stage was set for a drama that would reverberate through the ages. The skies darkened and a sense of foreboding filled the air. The serpent's eyes locked onto the humans, its intentions clear. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, precariously perched on the edge of a single, life-altering choice. As Adam and Eve stood at the crossroads, the weight of their decision pressed heavily upon them, a moment that would change the course of history forever. The serpent, with its hypnotic gaze and silver tongue, approached Eve. Its eyes glimmered with a knowing, almost ancient wisdom, as if it held secrets of the universe within its gaze. It spoke of hidden knowledge, of power locked within the forbidden fruit. The serpent's voice was like a melody, weaving tales of enlightenment and untapped potential that lay just beyond the reach of the forbidden. Its voice, a silken whisper, slithered into her mind, planting seeds of doubt. Each word was carefully chosen, designed to unravel the fabric of her trust and curiosity. "Did God truly say you could not eat from any tree?" the serpent hissed, its words dripping with honeyed deception. The question lingered in the air, heavy with implications and unspoken promises. Eve, drawn to its beauty and intrigued by its words, found herself questioning. The serpent's scales shimmered in the dappled sunlight, a mesmerizing sight that only deepened her fascination. Had God truly forbidden them from this one tree, or was the serpent right? The doubt gnawed at her, a persistent whisper that refused to be silenced. Was there something more, something they were being denied? The thought of hidden truths and forbidden knowledge was intoxicating, a siren call that beckoned her closer. Eve gazed at the fruit, its glow pulsing with an alluring light. It seemed to hold a promise, a glimpse of something beyond the mundane, something extraordinary. The serpent's words echoed in her ears. Each echo seemed to grow louder, more insistent, urging her to take the leap, to reach out and grasp the unknown. A desire for knowledge, for something beyond their idyllic existence, began to stir within her. The garden, once a paradise, now felt like a gilded cage, its beauty masking the limitations imposed upon them. The fruit, once forbidden, now seemed to beckon, promising a taste of the divine. It was as if the fruit itself was alive, calling out to her, offering a glimpse of the infinite. The serpent, pleased with its work, retreated into the shadows. Its mission was accomplished, the seeds of doubt firmly planted in Eve's mind. Its subtle poison had taken root. The doubt and curiosity it had sown began to grow, intertwining with her thoughts and emotions, clouding her judgment. Eve, her mind clouded with curiosity and doubt, found herself reaching for the forbidden. Her hand trembled as it extended towards the fruit, the weight of her decision pressing down on her. The moment stretched out, a heartbeat away from irrevocable change. Eve's fingers brushed against the fruit's smooth skin. It was unlike any other fruit she had ever touched, its surface almost glowing with an otherworldly light. The texture was both inviting and mysterious, drawing her in with an irresistible allure. A jolt, like a spark of lightning, coursed through her arm. It was as if the fruit held a power, a secret waiting to be unlocked. The sensation was both thrilling and terrifying, a mix of pleasure and pain that left her breathless. She drew back, startled, her heart pounding in her chest. The shock had left her shaken, but also more curious than ever. What was this fruit, and why did it affect her so deeply? Her mind raced with questions, each one more urgent than the last. For a moment she hesitated, the serpent's words battling with the ingrained knowledge of God's command. The serpent had promised wisdom, a deeper understanding of the world and herself, but was it worth the risk? The conflict within her was palpable, a tug-of-war between desire and duty. But the allure of the forbidden was too strong. The promise of knowledge, of seeing the world in a new light, was too tempting to resist. Her resolve, once firm, began to waver. She reached out again, her hand trembling with anticipation. Eve, her resolve crumbling, plucked the fruit from its branch. The act felt momentous, as if she were crossing a threshold from which there was no return. The fruit was now hers, a symbol of her choice and the consequences that would follow. She held it in her hand, its weight surprisingly heavy. It was as if the fruit carried the weight of the knowledge it promised, a burden she was about to take on. She studied it closely, every curve and color, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. The scent of the fruit, intoxicating and sweet, filled her senses. It was a fragrance that spoke of hidden truths and untold stories, a promise of enlightenment. She closed her eyes, letting the aroma envelop her, drawing her deeper into its spell. With a deep breath, Eve took a bite. The moment was electric, a culmination of her curiosity and defiance. The fruit's flesh was tender, yielding easily to her teeth, releasing a burst of flavor that was both familiar and foreign. The taste was like nothing she had ever experienced before. It was a symphony of flavors, each note more complex than the last. Sweet, bitter, tangy, and savory all at once. It was a taste that defied description, leaving her in awe. It was a burst of flavors, both familiar and utterly alien. Each bite seemed to unlock a new layer of taste, a new dimension of experience. It was as if the fruit held the essence of the world itself, a microcosm of all that was and could be. A wave of energy surged through her, and her eyes flew open. The sensation was overwhelming, a rush of vitality that made her feel more alive than ever before. Her senses were heightened, every detail around her suddenly more vivid and intense. The world shifted around her, colors appearing more vibrant, sounds sharper, sensations heightened. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing a reality that had always been there but never seen. The beauty and complexity of the world took her breath away. For the first time, Eve saw the world and herself with a clarity that both exhilarated and terrified her. She felt a profound connection to everything around her, a sense of unity and understanding that was both empowering and humbling. She had tasted knowledge, but at what cost? The weight of her choice settled on her shoulders, a heavy reminder of the price of enlightenment. She knew that nothing would ever be the same, that she had crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. The taste of knowledge was sweet, but its consequences were bitter. Section 4. The Fall from Grace Eyes Wide Open. Eve, her senses overwhelmed, turned to Adam. He stood before her, his brow furrowed with concern as he witnessed the change in her demeanor. She held out the fruit, her hand trembling. "Adam," she whispered, her voice different, infused with a newfound awareness. "You must taste it. You must see." Adam hesitated, his gaze flickering between the fruit and Eve's transformed face. He sensed the shift in her, the weight of the knowledge she now carried. He knew with a sinking feeling in his gut that their lives were irrevocably altered. Despite his apprehension, Adam took the fruit from Eve's outstretched hand. Her touch, once familiar and comforting, now felt charged with an unsettling energy. He looked into her eyes, searching for the woman he knew, the woman he had loved in their innocence. But the Eve he knew was gone, replaced by someone both familiar and strange. Section 5. Shame and Fear Hiding from the Divine. As Adam swallowed the last bite, a profound silence descended upon the garden. The air, once alive with the sounds of nature, grew still. The leaves of the trees rustled nervously in a sudden, unnatural breeze. And then Adam and Eve felt it, shame. A searing, visceral awareness of their nakedness, both physical and spiritual. They had been laid bare, their innocence stripped away by the weight of their transgression. Fear followed close behind. They heard the sound of footsteps approaching, each step a hammer blow against their guilt-ridden hearts. It was the sound they had once longed for, the sound of their Creator walking with them in the cool of the evening. But now the sound filled them with dread. They knew they could no longer face him in their newfound state of shame. They were no longer the innocent beings he had created. They were something different, something broken.
The fruit, so enticing, now sat heavy in their stomachs. What once promised knowledge and enlightenment now brought only a sense of dread and regret. The sweetness that had lured them in was gone, replaced by a weight that seemed to anchor their souls to the ground. A bitter aftertaste replaced the sweetness. It was not just the taste of the fruit that was bitter, but the realization of their disobedience. They had crossed a line, and there was no going back. The garden, once a place of joy, now felt like a prison of their own making. Shame, like a serpent itself, coiled around their hearts. The serpent's deceit had led them here, but it was their own choices that tightened the grip of shame. Every heartbeat echoed with the weight of their actions, a constant reminder of their fall from grace. No longer were they innocent. The purity that once defined them was now tainted. They could no longer look at each other without seeing the mark of their transgression. Their bond, once unbreakable, now felt fragile and strained. Knowledge, once desired, now burned like a brand. The enlightenment they sought came at a cost they hadn't anticipated. It was a fire that consumed their peace, leaving behind only the ashes of what once was. Fig leaves hastily assembled could not conceal their transgression from each other, and certainly not from God. Their attempts to cover their shame were futile, mere symbols of their newfound vulnerability. They were exposed not just to each other, but to the divine gaze that saw all. The whisper of the breeze, once a soothing melody, now carried the weight of their actions. Paradise felt tainted. The very air seemed to judge them, each rustle of the leaves a reminder of their fall. The garden, once a sanctuary, now felt like a place of judgment. Fear, a new and unwelcome companion, settled upon them. It was a fear that went beyond the physical, a deep-seated terror of what was to come. They clung to each other, seeking comfort but finding little solace in their shared guilt. The world, once brimming with vibrant life, seemed to dim. The colors that once dazzled their eyes now appeared muted, as if the very essence of Eden was fading away. The vibrancy of life was replaced by a dullness that mirrored their inner turmoil. Colors appeared less vivid, the songs of birds less joyful. The harmony of nature was disrupted, reflecting the discord within their hearts. The once cheerful chirping of birds now sounded like mournful cries, a lament for the lost innocence. A shadow had fallen over Eden, cast by their disobedience. It was a shadow that loomed large, a constant reminder of their fall. The light that once bathed the garden in warmth now seemed distant, obscured by the darkness of their actions. The rustling of leaves sounded like whispers of accusation. Every sound in the garden seemed to carry a message, a silent condemnation of their choices. The once gentle breeze now felt like a harsh judge, its whispers cutting through the silence. They were alone, truly alone, for the first time. The bond they once shared was fractured, and the presence of God felt distant. They stood in the garden, surrounded by the beauty they had tarnished, feeling the weight of their solitude. The world around them was the same, yet irrevocably changed, just like them. Evening approached, and with it, the sound of the divine footsteps. The garden, once a place of joy and harmony, now felt heavy with an unspoken tension. No longer did the sound bring joy to their hearts. Instead, it was a reminder of their transgression, a sound that now heralded judgment. They hid, hoping to escape the inevitable confrontation. The lush foliage that once provided comfort now served as their hiding place, a futile attempt to avoid the inevitable. But there was no escape. "Adam, where are you?" The question hung in the air, laden with sorrow and disappointment. God's voice, filled with sorrow, echoed through the garden. It was a voice that carried the weight of lost innocence and broken trust. Adam stepped forward, Eve trembling behind him. Their hearts pounded, knowing that the moment of reckoning had arrived. Their excuses rang hollow, the blame shifting between them like the leaves in the wind. Each word they spoke only deepened the chasm of their guilt. God's judgment, though delivered with infinite sadness, was absolute. The sorrow in his voice was a testament to the gravity of their actions. The serpent, cursed to crawl on its belly, would forever be their enemy. Its once cunning nature now a symbol of deceit and betrayal. Eve, destined for pain in childbirth, would forever bear the mark of disobedience. Her sorrow would be a constant reminder of the price of their choices. And Adam, condemned to toil and sweat, would find the ground cursed for his sake. The earth, once a source of abundance, now resisted his efforts, reflecting the broken harmony between man and creation. The expulsion was swift and absolute. In a moment, their lives were irrevocably changed. Paradise, once their home, now lay forever out of reach. The lush greenery and vibrant life that surrounded them were now just memories. The gate, guarded by a terrifying sight, served as a constant reminder of their loss. The angel with the flaming sword stood as an unyielding sentinel, a symbol of their irreversible fate. Behind them lay the Garden of Eden, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. It was a place of eternal beauty, now lost to them forever. Before them stretched a desolate and unforgiving landscape. The contrast was stark and cruel, a harsh new reality they had to face. Gone were the sweet fruits and gentle breezes. The abundance they once took for granted was now a distant dream. Now thorns and thistles awaited them. The ground was no longer a source of nourishment, but a bed of pain and struggle. They felt the harsh reality of their new existence with every step. Each movement was a reminder of their fall from grace. The ground, once yielding soft grass beneath their feet, now scratched and tore at their skin. The earth itself seemed to reject them. The sun, once a gentle caress, now beat down upon them with a relentless fury. Its heat was unforgiving, adding to their suffering. They were exiles in the truest sense, cast out from their home and forever marked by their sin. Their faces bore the weight of their sorrow, a testament to the heavy burden they now carried. Yet in their shared glances there was a flicker of understanding. They knew that together they would have to navigate this new world, no matter how harsh it seemed. Hand in hand, they moved forward, embracing the thorns and the challenges ahead. Their journey was just beginning, and with each step, they forged a new path, one filled with both hardship and hope. At the edge of Eden stood the angels, their forms radiating power and terrible beauty. They were an unbreachable wall, their flaming swords flashing with divine fire. No longer were these the messengers of God's love and peace. They were guardians, their presence a searing reminder of the chasm that now separated Adam and Eve from their Creator. Each flicker of the celestial flames reflected in their tear-filled eyes. The air crackled with power, a silent testament to the unyielding barrier that now stood between them and their former home. The path back was forever closed. They were outsiders, banished from the presence of God and the paradise they had so carelessly forsaken. The serpent's curse echoed through their new reality. Thorns tore at their skin as they struggled to gather meager sustenance. The ground, once fertile, now yielded its bounty only through sweat and toil. Each day was a struggle for survival, a constant reminder of their disobedience. The bite of the serpent was not just a physical affliction, but a spiritual poison that infected their every endeavor. Doubt, fear, and resentment wormed their way into their hearts, threatening to extinguish the flickering flame of hope. The world outside Eden was a harsh and unforgiving place, a constant reminder of their fallen state. At night, beneath the cold, indifferent stars, they would huddle together for warmth and comfort. Memories of Eden, vivid and painful, haunted their dreams. The scent of the forbidden fruit, a bittersweet reminder of their transgression, lingered in their nostrils. The loss of paradise was a wound that refused to heal. Every sunrise brought fresh pain, every sunset a reminder of their separation from God. They longed for the symphony of nature they once knew, for the gentle touch of God's presence. But their exile was absolute, a chasm that could not be bridged. The story of Adam and Eve is not just their story, it is also our story. Their exile from Eden is a parable of the human condition, a stark reminder of the consequences of disobedience and the enduring power of sin. We are all inheritors of their legacy, born into a world tainted by sin and separation from God. Like them, we experience pain, suffering, and death. Like them, we yearn for a paradise lost, a return to a state of innocence and communion with our Creator. But even in the midst of their despair, there was hope. God, in His infinite mercy, promised a Redeemer, one who would crush the serpent's head and bridge the gulf created by sin. This promise, whispered amidst the thorns and thistles, offered a glimmer of light in the darkness of their exile. The exile from Eden, though a consequence of sin, also became a catalyst for spiritual growth. It was in their brokenness and humility that Adam and Eve began to understand the depth of God's love and the need for redemption. The story of Adam and Eve is a mirror reflecting the complexities of the human condition. We are capable of great love, yet prone to selfishness and sin. We yearn for connection with the divine, yet often find ourselves lost and alone. Their exile is a stark reminder that every choice has consequences, and our actions have the power to shape not only our own destinies, but the destinies of generations to come. Yet it is also a testament to the enduring power of hope and the possibility of redemption. The Garden of Eden, though lost to us, remains a powerful symbol of our origins and our longing for paradise. It is a reminder of the beauty and perfection of God's creation, as well as the devastating consequences of our separation from Him. The story of Adam and Eve is a call to remember who we are, where we have come from, and the choices that lie before us. It is a story that continues to resonate throughout human history, reminding us that even in the midst of exile, there is always hope for redemption, reconciliation, and a return to our true home.
The gates of Eden clanged shut, sealing off the paradise they once knew. A finality echoed in the sound, a farewell to paradise lost, a chapter closed forever. Adam and Eve stood on the precipice of a world unknown, their hearts heavy with the weight of their choice, the gravity of their actions sinking in. Behind them lay the warmth and light of God's presence, a memory now bittersweet, a sanctuary they could no longer return to. Before them stretched a tapestry of shadows and whispers, a world where thorns and thistles awaited, a harsh reality replacing the comfort they once knew. Yet even in the face of uncertainty, a flicker of hope remained, a distant promise whispered on the wind, a glimmer of faith in the unknown. With hesitant steps, they moved forward, each step a testament to their resilience and courage. Each step forward carried them further from the only home they had ever known, a journey into the vast unknown. The air, once sweet with the scent of 1,000 blossoms, now carried the scent of wild herbs and damp earth, a stark contrast to the paradise they left behind. The sun, once a gentle caress, now beat down with unfamiliar intensity, a relentless reminder of their new reality. They were pilgrims in a strange land, their past a haunting echo in their hearts, a poignant reminder of what was lost and what lay ahead. The burden of their choice lay heavy on their shoulders, a constant reminder of their disobedience. Yet, in the shared weight of their trespass, a new bond began to grow between them. No longer were they innocent dwellers in a protected garden. They were partners now, bound by the shared responsibility of navigating this unfamiliar terrain. Their hands, once reaching for forbidden fruit, now reached for each other in support. The world beyond Eden was a stark contrast to the paradise they had left behind. Gone were the fruit-laden trees, replaced by thorny bushes and stubborn roots. The animals, once companions in their play, now scattered at their approach. The serpent's words, once a whisper of temptation, now echoed in their ears, a constant reminder of their fall from grace. With each passing day, the world outside Eden unveiled its secrets. The rhythms of nature, once hidden from their view, now became their guide. They learned to differentiate between the rustling of leaves that heralded a gentle breeze and the ominous crackle that preceded a storm. The stars, once distant points of light, now became familiar companions in the night sky, guiding their steps through the wilderness. They learned to find sustenance in the bounty of the earth, gathering berries and roots, their hands calloused by thorns and hardened by toil. The sweat that beaded on their brows and the aches in their limbs were testament to their labor, a constant reminder of the paradise they had forfeited. Yet, with each seed they planted, with each harvest they gathered, they discovered a profound truth. Even in their fallen state, they were capable of creation. Life outside Eden was an unceasing cycle of toil and tribulation. The ground, cursed for their sake, yielded its bounty grudgingly. The elements, once their companions, now seemed to conspire against them, unleashing storms and droughts with equal fury. Yet, even in their hardship, they found solace in each other's company. Their love, tested by adversity, grew stronger with each passing season. In the quiet moments as they huddled together for warmth beneath the vast expanse of the star-studded sky, they shared stories of Eden. They spoke of the gentle rustling of the tree of life, the sweetness of the forbidden fruit, and the warmth of God's presence. These memories, bittersweet though they were, served as a beacon of hope, a reminder of the paradise they yearned to reclaim. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the world seemed to hold its breath. The colors blended together, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. Eve noticed something sprouting in the field they had cleared. A tiny green shoot had pushed its way through the hard-packed earth, a testament to the life-giving power that still flowed through the world. Despite the dry and unforgiving terrain, this little sprout had found a way to emerge, defying the odds. Kneeling down, she gently touched the delicate leaves, marveling at its resilience. It was a sign, she believed, a symbol of hope in the midst of their hardship. The small plant seemed to whisper promises of a better future, one where life could thrive even in the harshest conditions. Adam, drawn by her quiet gasp, joined her in the field. He had been working tirelessly, and the sight of Eve's wonder piqued his curiosity. At first, he saw nothing but the rough terrain they had struggled to tame. The land was unforgiving, and their efforts often seemed in vain. Then, following her gaze, he saw it, the tiny sprout, a beacon of green against the brown earth. It stood out like a jewel, a small but powerful reminder of nature's tenacity. A slow smile spread across his face as he recognized the seed. It was a moment of shared joy, a rare and precious thing in their challenging lives. It was a seed from the fruit they had shared, a fruit that had brought them both knowledge and sorrow. This tiny sprout was a reminder of their journey, of the lessons learned and the hope that still lingered in their hearts. It was a symbol of new beginnings, a promise that life would continue, no matter the hardships they faced. A seed of hope, Eve whispered, her voice filled with awe. Even in this cursed ground, life finds a way. Adam nodded, his heart filled with a newfound sense of purpose. The seed, a symbol of their transgression, had also become a symbol of their redemption. It was a reminder that even in their fallen state, God's grace was still at work, nurturing life in unexpected places. As they made their way back to the rough shelter they had built, a gentle breeze swept across the land, carrying with it the scent of rain. Looking up, they saw a break in the clouds, a sliver of silver lining in the darkening sky. And in that moment, they felt a glimmer of hope, a sense that they were not alone in their journey. The days that followed were filled with the challenges of their new life, yet a sense of hope lingered in their hearts. The small shoot, nurtured by their care and the life-giving rain, grew taller each day. It became a symbol of their resilience, a testament to their ability to persevere even in the face of adversity. And as they tended to the growing plant, they felt a glimmer of God's presence, a soft glow that seemed to emanate from the earth itself. The glow was subtle, almost imperceptible at times, yet it provided a sense of comfort and reassurance. It was a reminder that even though they were banished from the Garden of Eden, they were not forgotten. God was still with them, walking beside them on their journey, even if they could not see him. Section 8. Sunrise over Eden. One morning, after a night of torrential rain, Adam and Eve awoke to a sight that took their breath away. The storm clouds had parted, revealing a sky awash in vibrant hues of orange, pink, and gold. The rising sun, like a giant orb of fire, cast long shadows across the land, illuminating the world around them with an ethereal light. The air was fresh and clean, washed clean by the rain, and the scent of wildflowers filled the air. As they stood there, hand in hand, watching the sunrise, they felt a profound sense of peace wash over them. It was as if the storm had not only cleansed the earth, but also their hearts, washing away some of the pain and regret they had carried for so long. In the beauty of the sunrise, they saw a reflection of God's love, a reminder that even in their fallen world, there was still beauty to be found, hope to cling to. The world around them, once harsh and unforgiving, now seemed to pulse with life, a testament to the unseen hand that guided all of creation. The plant, once a fragile sprout, now stood tall and strong, its leaves glistening with raindrops, a symbol of growth, renewal, and the promise of a brighter future. It was a tangible reminder that even in the midst of hardship, life found a way. As they continued their journey, the memory of Eden remained etched in their hearts, a place of perfect harmony and unbroken fellowship with their Creator. It was a bittersweet reminder of what they had lost and what they yearned to reclaim, a paradise that seemed both near and far. But they no longer walked in despair. Instead, they moved forward with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. They carried with them the seeds of hope, the promise of redemption, and the belief that new beginnings were possible. Their unwavering belief that even in their fallen state, they were not alone, gave them strength. They found solace in each other and in the promise of a brighter future. Their journey was not merely a consequence of their sin, but a path back to their Creator, a journey of redemption and reconciliation. It was a journey homeward toward the light that still beckoned them from afar, a light that symbolized hope and divine love. The road ahead was long, stretching out before them with no end in sight, and the challenges were many, each step fraught with obstacles and trials. But they knew that with each step they took, they were not just moving forward physically, but also spiritually. They were drawing closer to the fulfillment of God's promise, a promise that was as certain as the rising sun. It was a promise whispered in the wind, reflected in the sunrise, and felt deeply within their souls. This promise of redemption, restoration, and everlasting love was nurtured in the depths of their own hearts, guiding them ever onward.